Still working on the camera thing. There's the camera. All right. Hey guys. What about Hannah and them? Testing 1, 2, 3. Are we live? We're live. We're live. Who we got here so far? All right. So here we go. It's just me and you, Mila. Hey, hey, hey. What's going on, sir? Good to see you. What's up, Mr. Coach? We got a couple seconds here, and we're going to get moving along. I want to start here real quick this evening and talk about a few things that's popping up in the news. Right now, the Fed raised the interest rates again today by 0.25%. So hopefully this will be the last time they're going to do that. One other thing I want to talk about is the DOT blitz, as you can see scrolling here at the bottom of the page. 516 through the 518. What they are looking for are brakes, load securement. So that's going to be their main focus, is brakes and load securement. All right, so as we move along, we're going to look at it like this. Freight rates skidded in March to the lowest level since April 2020. Now, one reason is the fact that there are so many independent drivers out there right now. Right now, there's just so many trucks that they are eating themselves. It's just a cannibalizing system. So they come out underneath of this and said, but history demands growth. History says demand growth should return by 2024, judging from past cycles. It just depends on how long. Hey, Foot Freddy. It just depends on how long this recession lasts. They keep trying to bring this thing in for a soft landing, but there's a few things that are having problems with, and that is the fact that the housing market hasn't cooled down and the employment is still very tight out there. There's just nobody to work. All right. Now, here's a sign. Rodney, hey, brother. March trailer orders were down 55.7% year over year from last year. So they fell by over 17,000 units. And well, I mean, it's just a sign of what's going on. You know, you couldn't get a trailer for a couple years, but now, you know, it's now they're everywhere and they're cheap. Well, let me go this way. They're not cheap yet, but they're going to get cheaper. I have a friend of mine that's got a new Gator that I think he ran 3 loads on, air ride, whole 9 yards. Looks beautiful. It's been garage kept, selling it. He paid over $50 for it. He's selling it for $36. So, all right. Next thing we're going to deal with here, guys, for those of you who think the EPA are joking around with this diesel delete, charges were filed in Michigan over diesel engine tampering. 9 of the 11. Hey, Bernie, how are you, buddy? 9 of the 11 have agreed to plead guilty, along with 3 companies, according to documents filed in federal court in Western Michigan. There's a diesel freak based out of Gaylord, Michigan, has agreed to pay $750,000 fine. The other two companies, which was Accurate Truck Service, based out of Grand Rapids, and a related company, Griffin Transport, have each agreed to pay $500,000. So, you know, that's not really something I want to play with. Stay focused on the small things. Hey, Ozzy, glad you can make it, brother. Staying focused on the small things, guys. We had a rough week around here. So that you understand, when I say a rough week, we lost focus. We had one truck placed out of service. We'll tell you about that in a second. But I'm going to bring a picture up here for you. And I'll tell you what, if you get the answer right, the first one to get the answer right, I will mail a hat, a DD214 hat to. So I want, hey, Troy, how you doing, brother? So I want you guys to look at this next picture. I'm hoping you can see it. And I want you, the first one that comes up and tells me what they see wrong with this picture, will get a hat. Okay, here it comes right now. And I'm going to remove me. come back up, get rid of that. All right, so it's been a week, but you know this is part of the gig, and this is what we do is we train and we try to educate, you know, and let everybody know it's the small stuff. So if you would, please, guys, look at your stuff, make sure it's right every time, not sometimes, every time. Walk around that thing and make sure that you know, make sure your stuff's right before you leave the parking lot that you're sitting in. Okay, so do we have questions?
No, looks like a lot of guys didn't hear you when the picture was on. So just do a quick wrap up about the thing.
About this? Okay,
Yes.
I can add it back up here.
Yes.
Test, 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 test.
Yes.
You got me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so everybody's got me.
The picture on the side, on the half of the screen.
All right, so if you didn't understand what happened here, I'm going to redo this right now. And what happened here was the driver got placed out of service because he had a ladder on his truck that was not secured properly. He secured it with a zip tie, and that zip tie broke. Can you guys hear me okay now? Okay, Alfred said he could hear me. Hey, Alfred. Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. I don't know why that's like that, but it is. So anyway, the guy had a ladder. He had it stowed on his truck. He had it stowed with a zip tie, and he got placed out of service. And like I said, you know, he didn't even know he was placed out of service because the officer said, "Hey, go ahead and just fix it and move on." But he was placed out of service. It says right there, OOS, yes. Okay. Failing to secure vehicle equipment, step ladder placed on flat portion of the vehicle under the toolbox, unsecured the unit. His zip tie broke. Now, if you look down here, it'll say vehicle out of service, unit must stay out of service until items out of service items are repaired. So yeah, so there you go. And like I said, that stays on our record now for 2 years over something like that. And as you see, you know, I hope you guys saw that hazmat thing or heard me talk about that. So let's go ahead and jump out of here and go to questions. We got a question?
Everybody was guessing on the.
Yeah, who won the guess? Who got the first guess?
Yes, there was a Foot Freddy.
Foot Freddy. Did you get? Be sure you send over your address, and I'll send you a DD214 hat. Good catch. So, all right. Hello, Armando. How are you, sir, Mr. Gonzalez? We got Troy here. We got Bill. Bill's in and out. He's in a rough area, I guess. But so the week was a little rough, man. Week was a little rough, but it's all good. It's all good, man. We'll get over it. We'll have 10 more inspections, and it'll work its way out. So Question. What we got? How much can you make doing Hotshot? Well, Jeremy Deals, look at you. I don't know. Been the top driver for the last. No, you got beat last week. Ooh. And William said he was coming to get you, son. He wasn't bullshitting. So, you know, Jeremy, if people ask how much can I make running Hotshot, I tell them depends on you, depends on the driver, depends on your drive. You, Jeremy, you run good, man. You're a great runner. But we have people out there that don't run great, that don't maximize their time, that spend way too much time in their head. And there's, you know, there's a lot to it. So how much can you make? You can make a good living, or you can go broke. That's where it's at. If you want to run, you can run. If you want to piss around, you're going to go broke. If I'm going to be away from my family, I'm going to run. And there's no in between on it. It's a business. It is not a game. You can't get weekend rich. You have to work this thing like a business. And being overextended, it's not a good thing either. And you got to watch the pennies in this business, because eventually those dollars are going to need to be spent, and you need to have them to spend. Okay. All right. I know that was a joke, Jeremy, but it's a good question anyway. I get it a lot. Do we have another one?
Just people talking. There's a guy said
yeah, Coach, 5 weeks away, June 10th. I'm good to go. You go, brother. You got all your stuff ready? You figure out how you're going to run, where you're going to run, what you're going to do. So William's here. He's waving at you, Jeremy. He says he's looking in his rearview mirror at you at the moment. You know, though, so for those who don't know, when the settlement sheets go out every week, the top earning driver is listed, and Jeremy's up in there all the time. William has just joined us, and he's banging up in there now. He was top driver last week. But also, what is even more important is top safety. Guys, I'm telling you, if you are not safe, you will go broke. You can't do this. Remember my saying, first we're going to make you legal, then we're going to make you safe, and then we're going to make you profitable. Without the first two, you're never going to be that third one. Because if you're not legal, you're going to get put out of business. If you're not safe, you're going to kill somebody and be put out of business. So those are the two things that those are the things that you've really got to pay attention to. And I tell all the drivers, I told all the new drivers that's come on board for the first 90 days, 120 days or so, you're going to be in your head. And that means if you try to rush, you're going to screw stuff up, because you're going to be thinking about this stuff all the time, trying to figure it out and constantly second guessing. And it's okay. The money will come. And as you get through it, you will understand better and listen and be a sponge. And it's like taking a hazmat load or a piece of equipment with hazmat stickers on it and not covering them up before you run. There's a million things to trip over out here. And the key is to get with a mentor, somebody who can help you, get you through this. If you're going to try to do this on your own, it's going to be tough, guys, because, you know, you're going to trip over stuff. All right. So couple notices here. Hang on. 5 weeks away. That was Coach. Good. I have CDL searching for trailer and truck. Got it. You're way out from 5 weeks, brother. If you're looking for a truck and trailer now, you're going to be a minute. Aussie, Wednesday. Congratulations, man. 90 days. Just think, another 5 months, you'll be in the money. I'm not even getting into that. Mr. Neal, what is the percentage? What is the percentage truck direct customer? I think that you have to have both. And understand, Neil, that this is a relationship building industry. You have to get out and you have to build relationships with the people you're working with. Sometimes it seems like it's adversarial and it seems like you're fighting with brokers or whatever. But this is a business that is built on relationships and it's built over time. There's no way for you to get your NC today and be out, you know, full bore tomorrow. It just doesn't work like that. So you build slowly, you make things happen. As far as what is my percentage, I guess you were asking me that question. I really don't know. I would have to look. I do have a few, not a lot, not a ton, because there's not a ton out there that you can count on to give you consistent freight as a hotshot. Okay. And that's what you got to remember. As a hotshot, there's not a ton that will give you consistent freight. And remember, with a hotshot, we're in a specialty deal. You know, we have a certain amount of length, a certain amount of weight, and we can't take anymore. So I have one customer that has offered, you know, if I would go ahead and invest in a semi and a flatbed, that he would give me, you know, everything he has. But I'm not doing that right now. I don't believe in the economy right now, so I'm not doing it. Okay. Yes.
Where this Food Friday should send his info here, Bryan Hicks?
Yeah, Bryan Hicks 111. Here, Freddie. Hey, oh, you can just post it up there. Okay, good deal. Okay, so what's my next question? Can you help everyone understand the length of your truck and trailer in different states? I myself have changed my bed to a CM Hotshot. Now, Rodney, here's the deal. 65 feet is your max, okay? According to regulations. Now, I'm a little bit over 65 feet and I'm not taking my bed off. I'll take the hit. I'm not telling anybody else to do that. That's me. So I recused myself from giving advice on the footage end of it. I have, knock on wood, I've never had an issue in any state that I've ever pulled in with somebody going out of tape measure. And see, I knocked on my head and now Charlie's raising hell over here. So, so you're getting a CM Hotshot bed. It's a good bed. Just be careful. Guys, if you're going to put a bed on your truck, get a Hotshot bed. Don't go getting a steel flat bed because those things weigh a lot. They're like 6,000 pounds, some kind of ridiculous amount of weight like that. So you have to do what you're comfortable with. For me, like I said, I'm not taking the bed off my truck. I'm just not. If they write me a ticket, then I might do it. But until somebody smacks me around a little bit, I'm not going to do it. That's my deal. Okay. What you got? Point of order. All right, Frank. How many of you guys actually take all this good advice? Frank G Trucks. Hey, Bubba. I want to know when you're going to invite me to your show, man. Frank has a show. He's invited me, but he's never really invited me. We just sort of talk about it a good bit. But things, see what happens here? You guys row up the girls. and everybody's safe. So you guys don't mess around with these girls. They'll eat you alive. All right. So, yeah. So Frank, get with me at some point and we'll do a show. We'll do a show together. I hope people take this kind of advice. I do, because, this is what we're doing. And by the way, I've got a class that's starting up. It's written out. I'm ready to do it. We're going to start with Hotshot 101, and it's going to go to a certain point and then stop, and then we'll do the second session and then so forth. So, yeah, let's, we got another question?
No questions.
Oh man, I love it. So somebody asked me about deleted trucks, and I'm hoping you guys could hear. Okay, I got foot Freddy. Got it. I hope you guys could hear that one. Let me look real quick and see if I can find it. There you go. People asking about deleted trucks. Well, they come in and filed charges on 11 people for deleted trucks. It seemed like this was more of a scheme. So that diesel freak based out of Gaylord took a $750,000 fine, and the other two got $500,000 each. So that's what I was telling you about. I don't mess with that. My truck is just like it came out of the shop. And yeah, I just don't. I don't recommend it. I think that eventually they're going to crack down, and there's going to be one of these days when they roll people in and check them. So, like I said, I'm just not going to do it. There's certain things that I'll take $100 fine on for being over length, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it when they start talking about $500,000 fines. I'm done with that. Troy, what are you doing over there, brother? Look like you're doing a headstand. Just turn on your mic. Talk to me a minute. Troy, can you hear me? I can't hear you.
How about now?
Can you hear me?
There you are. Yes, I can.
I can't hear you.
It's
Okay. All right. We're at. So, how about Almendo? He's blank. He's not there either. All right. Well, it's just me today. You guys are just going to be hating me for now. All right. So we have, we have some great drivers out there. We got some new drivers coming on board. We just picked up 2 new drivers. Hey Rodney, it's scrolling on the bottom of the page, brother. DOT Blitz 0516 to 0518 2023. Copy that. So Iggy 6 picked up a couple drivers, and we're just doing what we do over here. I'm kind of excited for the class. The first part of it's going to be on your mindset and what you are thinking about and why you want to get into this. Right now there's a glut of trucks. Freight's not really great. But if you get into it right, you'll survive it. If you go head over heel and get into this mess in debt, buried in debt, you won't last. You have to be smart. So what do we got? Jeremy, you got anything? Thought you wasn't going to be able to talk today, Jeremy. I kind of find that hard to believe. Okay, so do we have anything else going on? Anybody need any help? I do not. I don't. And that may be me just being selfish or stupid. I'm not sure what that is, but what I have to do is focus on what I know. And where I study is the FMCSA and the regulations. So, in all actuality, the reason I'm here, okay, when I decided I was going to do Hotshot, the only reason I'm here is because I was watching other people's stuff. And it was Alex with Toe Piglet was where I got started. And I told Alex this straight up to his face or on the phone that I couldn't make his numbers jive. His shit just didn't add up. In my third grade education, I could make my damn numbers jive. So when that didn't work, I decided I was going to do this and at least put the facts out there. And if the facts will help people, then that's what I'm going to do. So that's sort of why I don't watch anybody else. I just do me. All right, what do we got? What's the average monthly truck? All right, listen to this, guys. Here's a number you should be at. You want to be at truck, trailer, insurance. Those three things, okay? That's your core nut. You need to be around that $2,500 mark. You don't want to go any higher than that. You start getting higher than $2,500 for truck, trailer, and insurance every month, you're hurting. You're hurting. Now you're running to make payments. And granted, you have to do that sometimes. Okay, you have to. But my nut is $2,000. That's where it's at. $2,100. I'll tell you now. Truck payment a truck payment is $800. And my insurance went up this time. And it is, I want to say $1,400, $1,500 a month. So whatever that adds up to, $2,300. You want to be in that area because that's a comfortable area. That means you can take off and not hurt anything. But one thing you want to realize right now is trucks are high, and I am betting that they're going to come down. Okay. Trailers are coming down. So if you could figure out a way to either have your truck paid off or your trailer paid off and not have two big payments with those two things, then you just will have one payment and an insurance payment every month, and you're in much better shape. But Travis and Teresa, you remember them? Okay. They nutted up, went in big for the truck, turned around, went in deep on a trailer, and then their insurance was high. So those three, they were, what do we think? They were $5,500 a month, truck, trailer, insurance. It's too much, man. It's too much. So I hope that answered your questions. If it didn't, hit me back. What else we got? One of the first questions you asked me when I was warning, it's right. What's the reason? I asked that question. When I talk to a person who reaches out to me to lease on or to talk about getting into the Hotshot business, first question is why? Why do you want to do it? What's the purpose? If money is the answer, you're in the wrong business. You are in the wrong business. I really thought that money would persuade people, and it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. It will for a minute, but, those are some hard, Jeremy will tell you, those are some hard days out there on the road by yourself. I just went to Oklahoma, Kansas, and back. I forgot. You know, I don't do a lot of that long stuff anymore. And I just forgot, you know, what it's like to go bouncing through the Midwest. And it's tough, guys. So, yeah, always ask yourself why you want to do this. Okay, Alfred, listen, DD214 is working up to, we have 10 now, and we're working to 15, and we're going to stop for the year. That'll be it. And I'll go back into training and videos and stuff like that. And I don't know that I'm going to make 15 this year, because people think they want to get in this industry. And no matter how much you try to, you know, get them on the right path to do it, there's always something that they didn't consider or didn't think about, or, you know, next thing you know, they're having family problems and they didn't realize that, hey, I'm not going to be home every night. So, you know, I don't know that I'm going to make it. My goal was 15, and then I'm stopping for the year. So if you can make it within that, Alfred, come see me. Okay. You have a portable AC and generator set up for, you can come to, no, sir. This old man sleeps in a hotel every night.
Yeah.
I don't do that. Now, Kevin, one of our other drivers, he's got all that mess set up in his. He's like a mobile hotel rolling down the road. But, you know, just so you know, this old boy's not doing it. My ass is going to a hotel. So if you want to sleep in the truck, more power to you, gentlemen. Ain't going to be me. All right, what we got?
So William said that's what he bought.
Truck is $1,200, trailer's $300. There you go, brother. And then your insurance. So you're perfect, William. You're right in the money. But I was an idiot and bought a Laramie, so I'm paying the bells. Okay, but you bought it right. See, that's the difference, William. You know, you can buy a gold bar if you buy it right, but, you know, the downside to all the bells and whistles is those are the things that normally break. You know what, guys? Since I'm here, I'm going to talk to you guys about something. Okay, let me talk to you guys. I'll get back to the questions, but listen, I want to talk to you about this. And this, I could make a video on it. I might, but you guys are getting it first because, look, you guys are here. And you're my family, and you're what makes this thing work. So listen to it. Here we go. One thing I want to talk about is taking care of your equipment. In that, and when I say that, what I'm saying is this. Of course, you're going to do your oil changes. Of course, you're going to do your preventative maintenance. Of course, you're going to do all that. Okay. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you sitting behind the wheel and how you treat that equipment when you're operating it. These are the things I want you to think about. Okay. And just so you understand, I can see what my drivers are doing out there. And what I'm seeing a lot of that concerns me for them is hard acceleration and hard braking. We'll start with hard acceleration. Okay, number one, you're burning fuel. When you stomp on that thing, instead of just easing into it and getting it up, you're burning fuel. Now, what else does that affect? Affects your turbo, affects your motor, affects your transmission, affects your drive shaft, affects your rear end. Now it goes back to the trailer, because now you're taking this one and you're slamming on the fuel and you're yanking that kingpin in that trailer neck. So you're putting extra wear and tear on that. Then you come back and you're looking at shifting that load backwards. And that just makes work hard on yourself. Okay. Guys, you have got to take care of this. And my guys, if you're here, I want you listening. When you get hard on that acceleration, and we get notices of that, but when you get hard on that acceleration, you're only hurting yourself in every way. Okay, every single way. It hurts the whole drivetrain.
your motor is going to last a less amount of time just because of that. Now, the hard braking, again, when you hard brake, it's costing you fuel because now you've taken all that energy you expended to get up to speed. Now you got to drop it down. So then it's working on your ball joints, on your brakes, on your calipers. Okay, now you've got the trailer pushing against you, working on those brakes and calipers. And again, you've got a load shift potential or problem. All right. So guys, take time and understand that taking care of your equipment when you're out on the road doesn't just mean changing the oil. You have to run this thing easy. When I'm in mine, I ease on the accelerator, I ease off the accelerator, and I leave a lot of space between me and whatever I have to stop. Okay, so put that in your pocket, and the next time you're out on the road, get it and understand what you're doing. Okay, so next question. What setup do you recommend for personal use for towing? Basic stuff, nothing special. Personal use, I don't tow anything personal, and it depends on what you're towing. And you have to understand that question. You know, if you're towing a 50, 60 pound boat, you can do that with a Volkswagen. So you buy your equipment for what you're planning to tow. Okay. I run a 3500 Ram heavy duty with the 6.7 liter high output turbocharged engine for Hotshot. I can put on my deck the way I'm set up 20,000 pounds on the deck. I have the cab card set up for 48,000 pounds, just so there's never a question. Okay, what else we got? How much freight do you guys run here in North Dakota? As little as possible. So you know, Foot Freddy, my last time I was in North Dakota, it was negative 35 degrees and had snowed 15 or 16 inches. I do not miss that place at all. But it's a beautiful country, but nonetheless, it was cold. So, and not a lot, there's not a lot in there. I mean, you can get freight going in there, but you can't get out. It's a lot like Florida. So you try not to go in there too much. Hey, Kev. Next question.
No questions, just a little discussion.
Kev, let's talk to Kev in a minute. Kev, can you hear me?
Sir. Yes, sir.
I can't hear you. Is it my speaker again?
What did you put?
I don't know. This thing is just stupid. Sound. That's it. I got it. I fixed it. Kev, you doing all right? What are you eating, man?
The Mexican food.
Woo! Last time I did that, I got no sleep.
I remember.
You doing okay?
Yes, sir. Just got landed. Got checked in and walked over here to the Mexican food place.
Where you at?
I don't even know. Dunbar, West Virginia.
Oh, you're up next to my neck of the woods. Yeah. I don't know exactly where you're at, but I'm close. Where are you going to? A buffet?
Nah, I'm leaving.
Done did. That was a fast Mexican. Troy, can you hear anything now? Can you talk? You got audio? All right, I'm going to put Troy up.
I don't know. Let's see. How's that work?
What's up, brother?
What's happening, man? How are you?
I'm good. I hope you are.
Hey, holding on. Just living on the mines for now.
There you go.
Yeah. Local
Everything
auctions.
going okay?
So I can get back to going all cross country with you. You know, just holding on for a little longer.
I hear you. Well, we're about to wrap this thing up for tonight. We had Foot Freddy there win the hat. So that was a good deal. But, I want everybody to, have a great week. Have a great rest of your week. Remember to love your family. And, we'll see you on the flip. But if anybody's got any more questions, I'll take it. Wait a minute, Freddie, throw Freddie back up there again real quick. Hang on.
That's a question to William.
Oh, it's not for me. I'm sorry. I thought that was for me. All right. So listen, we're going to jump off here. And Neil says best tires for longevity. I don't know. Is that truck or trailer? And furthermore, as far as tires go, I'm running Coopers, and I'm running the stock. Well, mine didn't come with those, but I'm running the stock Cooper setup. But it's a good tire. I get decent mileage out of it. So on the trailer, I'm still running the 10 plies on mine. So, Coach, you're welcome, brother. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this thing up. Troy, thanks for joining, man. We'll talk to you next time. Kev, thank you, buddy. Appreciate your day. Appreciate your week. If you guys need me, reach out. I'm always around. DD214 Transport, 86 Dispatch, and thank you, veterans, for all you do and all you continue to do for this country. We would not be anywhere without you. We appreciate you. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Have a great week. Bye-bye.